Hello, hello. I am going to do a flip through of a new journal that I made. This is for my sister, and she told me her favorite colors are blue, green, and black. So that gave me my color scheme, which was a real challenge for me. The design of the cover is similar to a journal that a woman named Robin McClendon made. Recently, she calls it her Pause Journal. And yeah, so let's see. This is a piece of my husband Hank's shirt. And it has this pretty fancy stitch from my sewing machine. And I left it all messy, in the junk journal spirit. And then here, this is kind of funny. I wanted to put a pocket on the outside, but I didn't really, I was focused on making sure this little arc was kind of okay. And I put the pocket here. I'm not sure I really meant to do that, but maybe it's kind of cool. And then this lays over it. And there are a few little things in here for her for when she gets the journal. Okay. So let's see. Rebecca, her name's Rebecca, and this is her writing and her coloring here. So I'm trying to kind of make it homey and inviting for her. She's a great card player, all kinds of card games. And she's also a bead maker, so I left these empty so that she could put her own beads on here. I tried to find as many little kind of hidden spots as I could. There's a little R card she can pull out and write on. Whoops. And I'm still trying to do more with my own art than digital printed art. So this is something I made from a jelly print and just drawing. This is a digital print, and this is beautiful handmade designer paper. I don't know what you would call it. This is tea-dyed paper that I tea-dyed myself. And this is an envelope. Well, let's see. Rebecca is a musician, so the staff paper makes sense. And she also worked as in an office. She was a data analyst, so I think lots of things kind of related to technology or the office also make sense. So this is an envelope and a little tab. This is a kind of a snippet roll tab made out of paper. And this collage has all kinds of interesting things. This really old piece, really old, like maybe 1700s piece of paper. This piece of paper here, you can see it says tele-auditing. This is from a business manual or paper that my father wrote. Rebecca and I both took German, and we like to call each other Liebling. So this is from a German dictionary, and here it says Liebling. And I put various old stamps in here that I thought she might think are cute. This is another example of the hidden journaling. It has this, a little card you can write on the back of. And then it has this, which is another one that I made like a collage out of all stamps. These are all real stamps. But the real hiding place is under here. You can write in here. Yeah. Let's see. This is her high school, Westchester High School. This is just a blank piece of paper. Well, beautiful green dyed paper. 3 wishes. Japanese paper. Lace. I hope she writes in these little white areas. I think that would look really cool. And then this is kind of a new kind of art that I just started learning about. This is just watercolor. I took a little class on how to do these florals, and this is my first try at it. And the ledger paper, I think, is from 1918, so really old and beautiful. And these are also hand dyed by me. And pieces of fabric. This is from a thread roll that I used up in making this journal. She loves birds. These are really old, many years ago, maybe almost 30 years ago. Rebecca used to cut out heart shapes all year long, and then she would send a letter at Valentine's Day with the hearts in them. And the longer she did it, the more unusual and sort of impressionistic the hearts got. And I put a couple of mine in here. This is just a little pin with some seed beads on it that I thought she might want to put her own dangle on, kind of add to. These are painted papers. I'll show a larger version of it that I made myself. Here's the larger version. It was a big piece of paper that I cut up and used in a couple of different ways. And then you can see I'm kind of doing these little graphic things, just learning how to make pretty pieces I can put in a journal. This is Sophie McPike's artwork, a photograph that I printed out. I really love that blue girl. The hearts. This is kind of where Rebecca is from originally. She was born in Oklahoma, grew up in Texas. This is an old envelope. She sent this, well, they sent it to her and then she forwarded it on to me. This was in '96. So I kind of tried to work things in from her to make it seem homey. This is a piece of art I love. I hope she loves too. More of that envelope art. These are both designs from inside of a security envelope. Watercolor, my watercolor, that same, I think it's the same, fancy stitch in a different color. Ribbon from that same fabric pattern, and then these are from Rebecca's art where I cut up pieces to kind of add in her birth year. That snippet roll, an old bingo card she can write on the back. She loves games. Something she colored for me. I have several or I wouldn't give it up. She can write on the back. I thought it looked so good in here. A Scantron from school days. Just blank paper that she can write on. Beautiful blank paper. An envelope and a little kind of cluster with a chart, some office paper, a piece of my painting, a tea-dyed piece of graph paper here. This is like a faux Scantron from a hotel called The Graduate. This is kind of mostly just for color, but it's so cute. You can write on the back or glue it down if you want. Oh, the other side of the roses. This is a fabric snippet roll. You can kind of see it better if I take that out. And this is just like, these are called jelly prints. And this is one that, well, I actually do love it. And I like to put in all this messy stuff. You can see that I was working on these papers. I just think it looks kind of cool. She can write on it. And more paper, several, like a green, a really old, look how fine this paper is. Really old. Can you see look at that. The watermark, I think you can see it there. And some brown note paper. This is vellum. Makes a great sound. Yeah. And like a businessy little tiny notebook. And this is a deck of cards. Isn't it pretty? She can write on it, and this is her handwriting. It says love, and here it says happiness. A letter she had written to me where I just cut out that piece years later. And it's all writing space, a lady and a book. This is part of Manhattan where she lived. A plain craft paper piece of paper. Beautiful, beautiful silk fabric. These are die cut. You have to have a special machine to make these. So it's a collage that I then die cut. And then, I don't know if this is vellum. I guess it is vellum. I printed this. So this is art that I bought on Etsy. But it's kind of cool. Cooler than normal because instead of paper, I use this vellum, which I think is really pretty. And then, love that sound. This is onion skin paper on the inside. Yeah. And then here, this is just a piece of paper with some trim, paper trim. But here, this little tuck, it says Rebecca, this stamp from '94. She sent that to me. Gardening, a tag. The theater, she loves drama, music. This is the Manhattan piece, and these are kind of funny. R for Rebecca. Oh, the Q is still in there. Just funny paper, all kinds of paper, since she has a background in technology. And more music paper. This is from a concert she did. There's another piece you'll see in a minute, but this was the artwork on the program. And then this, oh, I think that's funny, jingle shells. This has all kinds of little cutout pieces that she labels and stuff that she might enjoy adding to the journal herself. This is from her desk when she worked in New York at DTC. And this is a funny piece of art that I made on the jelly plate. She can, well, art paper, she can write on the back. Her art, where she was born, Shawnee. Yes. This is Chinese. She had a Chinese herbologist for many years, and she would drink tea to help her with her various ails, whatever happened that she needed help with. July is her birth year. More little pieces of kind of just simple drawing art from me. I thought these were funny. Reporting database. I like to break down old technical books that aren't really useful anymore because they just don't apply, and take out little phrases that I think are cute. And I thought this was relevant to her career. The fish was just something she saw in another journal I made that she loved, so I included it. The heart, another little dangle. Oklahoma, her home state. This is a library card that I bought at the Library of Congress. So I gave her Oscar Wilde. Hers. Oop. More papers. I think this is kind of cool. An old prescription from 1924. Yeah. This is plain paper on the other side. Architect's paper. Another one that I painted by hand. This is probably my best one ever so far. More hand-dyed. This is some lace that a friend gave me. I think it's maybe off a nightgown or something. It's cool. Another tag from the Manhattan thing. This is another piece of that kind of jelly art. The other one I showed was kind of all messy, and this one's a little more formal. It's just something you can write on or stick down. Her art, her heart, heart. Plain paper. I think it's plain paper. Oh, it's pretty. A tag on symphony paper. She did her senior recital here. I don't know what's in here, if anything. Ah, it's empty, so she can put something in there. This is just an old piece of palette paper, but I think it's kind of cool. Oh, I think I was going to glue that down. I think I did glue it down and it came off. I'll have to sew it down. Well, we'll put it in here like this, and I'll sew it down. This water-resistant sort of waxed paper must have repelled that glue over time. Yahtzee, just places she can write. This is, I think, stickers, fun stickers she can use. Spine of a book inside of a broken down book. Ledger paper that you can write on. It's so cool and fun to look at and hold. It's so old that it's really, it just feels special. And then this is a piece of art. I'm sorry, I can't remember the artist's name. I know she's Brazilian. I think it goes like this. And I love it. Hopefully Rebecca will like it. And these are all kinds of different stamps that I thought had topics that were relevant to her or interesting. Hope she likes them. Let's see. Okay, I think that'll do. A little swatch card. This is just a plain ledger paper with a nice fabric thing. This is an old check. $18.99. She can write on the back. It's just a cool thing to have. All kinds of paper. Snippet roll. Watercolor paper. Look at this. You remember these? Yeah. Look at that beautiful lace. Sweet little piece. Heart. Heart. She did these. And was another thing she would do. Cut these up and send them. I have protection, wisdom, and love for her in her own little drawing. And then one of my drawings that kind of goes with hers. Yeah. Yeah. A stamp. And this one's kind of cute. It's kind of a neat kind of little, it's a tag, but it has these little pockets in it where you can tuck something. And I like that little hole reinforcer there, like a flower. Oh, bells. Button packet. There's a piece of paper in there, but I won't take it off. Something you can write on. Big piece of paper. Bingo card. And another die cut where I cut it out of collage. More of my little pieces. Drawing, painting. Resiliency on this cool paper. What is in here? Oh, paper for her to write on. Oh, some code. She wrote code. I thought it might be cool for her to see a little code. Envelope stuff. And this is the name of the group that she performed with in that picture back there with the two women who were singing. Here it says Schwester. That's what we call each other, Lieblingsschwester. And just little pieces I thought she would think is cute or amusing. This time card. This is washi tape that she can use. Another jelly print, a small jelly print. A pretty bird. Little swatches I had taken, and she can write on the back or on here. And that's it. Yeah. Thanks for listening. If you have any feedback, questions, or ideas, share them with me. Like I said in the beginning, my goal now is to do more of the art myself and print less from the internet. So this was exciting for me. I think it was a big step forward. Okay.